Craig from Bijingo here again. Welcome to episode 4 of the Getting Started with Bijingo video series. Here's Russell again to take you through it.
To get the most out of this series, you'll need to be logged into Bijingo and follow along with the video. To get your username and password for our demonstration environment, click on the link on our website and register your email address. If you have previously registered, you can reactivate your user ID and password using the same procedure. In this episode, we'll be looking at tasks and resource assignments in Bijingo and how they are structured in a project, how to add a new task to a project, and how to assign resources to a task.
So let's get started.
In the last episode, you set up projects. Now let's add tasks and assign resources to them. In Bijingo, tasks are used to define a piece of work to be done or undertaken. Each task has a start and end date. So by using different tasks, you can plan when you expect to start and finish the work. Tasks also track when the work actually starts and finishes. Assigning resources to a task makes it visible on their timesheets and also defines the hours of work allocated for each resource to complete the task. Actual hours from timesheets are recorded against resource assignments. Let's look at Acme's Sales and Marketing Activities project to review tasks and assigned resources. Task number 1 is to write an updated company vision statement. Clicking on the plus sign at the left of the task reveals the 4 resource assignments for the task. So each task can have any number of assignments. We can also group tasks under a summary task called a phase. Task number 3 is a phase containing separate tasks for each sales lead. Task data such as dates and work hours is summarised to the parent phase. All items can be expanded or contracted using the plus or minus sign at the left. To see how we manage tasks in projects, we need to open the project in Bijingo. Navigate from the home screen to the Project Centre, select the Acme IT Sales and Marketing Activities project and click on the Open Projects icon. The project opens and displays a list of project tasks in the centre part of the screen. The left part of the screen shows a list of project team resources. The right part of the screen shows a graphical view of the task timelines called a Gantt chart. Details for each task are shown as columns in the task list. Which columns are displayed, the display order and sorting can be tailored by each user. How to do this will be covered in session 6 of this video series. You can update task information directly in the list. To do this, double-click on the task, click in the column to be updated, update the information, then press the Enter key or click on the green traffic light icon at the left of the task. Or to display and update all details of a task, first click on the task to select it, then click on the Open Details icon above the resource list. If you prefer, you can right-click and select Task Details from the drop-down menu. The Task Details form has the familiar layout of general information in the top part and detailed information in multiple tabs in the lower part. Click OK to save any changes made or cancel to close without saving. Now let's add a new task to the project. Eddie Dyson has just found a new sales lead for the Acme IT warehouse management system. The new prospect is a gourmet food distributor called Food Barn. Eddie wants to create a new task so he can assign resources and track the sales campaign for Food Barn. To create a new task under the current sales leads phase, click on the phase, then click the Add Insert Task icon above the resource pane. A new task is created at the bottom of the phase. Type the name of the task, Food Barn, in the name field. Now, to set the start date, click on the calendar icon in the start date column and choose the start date for that task. Now set the finish date by clicking the calendar icon on that column and choosing a date from the calendar. Now save the information by pressing the Enter key or clicking on the green traffic light icon at the left of the task. Notice the task timeline is represented in the Gantt chart to the right. Give it a try. Open the Sales and Marketing Activities project and practice adding tasks. Can you figure out how to add tasks at different places? Can you move tasks around? Now, let's look at the resource assignments on Task 1 of the ACME IT Sales and Marketing Activities project. To display them, click on the plus sign at the left of the task. Notice the start and finish dates of the assignments are the same as those for the task. This is usual, but assignment dates may be anywhere within the task dates. Look at the planned work for each of the assignments. Resources may be assigned any number of hours for each assignment, of course, paying regard to their overall allocation. As resources record time spent on this task in their timesheets, the actual work value will be updated and the remaining work value will be decremented accordingly. Finally, notice that planned and remaining work for all assignments is rolled up to the task and planned allocation is averaged. Assignment details, typically the percent complete and remaining work values, may be updated by double-clicking the assignment, updating the required fields and pressing Enter or clicking the green traffic light. There is also an Assignment Details form which can be opened by selecting the assignment and clicking the Open Details icon or right-clicking and selecting Details. Assignment details may be viewed or updated in this form also. There are a number of ways to add assignments to tasks in Bijingo, but we will demonstrate the click and drag method here. Eddie wants to add himself to the new food barn task and allocate 10% of his time to it. He also wants to add John Thompson at an allocation of 5%. To do this, click and hold on Eddie's entry in the project team list, drag him onto the food barn task and release the mouse button. The assignment is created. Notice that Eddie is assigned at 10%. Now do the same for John Thompson. Click and drag him onto the same task. Notice though that John is also allocated at 10%. To change this, simply double-click on John Thompson's assignment, change the 10% to 5 and press Enter. The assignment is now set at 5% as required. The initial allocation of 10% came from the initial allocation value in the project team list. If you have multiple assignments at a particular allocation, you can change this value before creating the assignments. And you can always update the allocations or planned work hours after the assignments are created. If you are logged in, try creating and modifying dates and work hours for resource assignments in the project.
Well, I think you'll agree that adding tasks and assignments in Bijingo is quite simple.
In previous episodes in the series, we've seen how to add resources in projects, and now we know how to add tasks in the projects and assignments for resources to work on. We're now ready to see what happens when it's time to do the work. In the next episode, we'll see how to manage and progress projects in Bijingo. Feel free to experiment in the demonstration environment. Remember though that this environment will be refreshed each night and your user ID will be deactivated. To request a trial environment or for any other assistance, please contact Bijingo via our website, by email or by telephone.
We look forward to seeing you in episode 5.